I'd like to welcome you all to our Thursday 1:30 p.m. session with Jordan and Deborah from DC Public Library. And today, Deborah's going to cover what the Center for Accessibility is and those services available. And then Jordan will end us off with our memoirs session and memory kits. The WildTech DC Senior Digital Inclusion Program, its owners and presenters offer technical assistance, virtual health, well-being information designed for educational purposes only. You should not rely on the info on any apps or topics made by WildTech, including but not limited to mobile device applications and any social media pages maintained by WildTech, its owners and presenters, as a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, treatment, or legal advice. Deborah and Jordan, if you could introduce yourselves, that would be amazing, and your topics for today. And then the floor is yours. And thank you so much for coming on and presenting.
Well, I'll do the introduction. Yeah, again, my name is Jordan Johnson. I work with the DC Public Library Outreach and Inclusion Department, and today we're going to do a short program about mini memoirs slash memory kits. And before I speak, I'm going to turn it over to my colleague, one of the awesome librarians that work here, also at the Martin Luther King branch in our Center for Accessibility, C4A, Miss Deborah McKinney.
Well, thank you, Jordan, for first of all for inviting me to participate, and to WildTech for welcoming me here. So I'm excited to be here, and I'm going to pull up a slideshow in just a moment and share with you all a bit about what my department focuses on. And I'm hoping that even if it's not relevant for you specifically, that if there's someone in your life that you encounter, that these are resources that you can share with other people. So just give me one moment while I get us the slideshow up. 1 second. Okay. Can you all see my screen that says Center for Accessibility?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I've been working with the Center for Accessibility now for quite some time, unbelievably a little over 11 years, and or almost 11 years. And but this department has been around for 40 years, believe it or not, as well. And over time, it has evolved, and it's still evolving, and I'm excited that it will continue to evolve. But I want to just make it clear about the general things that we focus on as a department that I think have been timeless as a specialized department in the system. So the Center for Accessibility is a specialty department that really works on making library services and programs accessible to all DC public library visitors, regardless of their abilities. And even though our department is physically located in the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial Library, we provide support to all of the 26 branches or neighborhood libraries, as they're called. And we focus a lot on making sure that if someone needs support to make their library experience better, and if there's some sort of barrier that we can help eliminate, that's what we try to do, so that people can get equal quality access to services. And some of the way we do that, and I'll go into more detail about this in a moment, but just generally, we focus a lot on bringing awareness around disability-related cultural issues and programming. We'll have book talks, accessible game nights. We offer classes for people who might use what's called assistive technology. And we help as well with providing reasonable accommodations for someone who is maybe needing that support to use library services. And one of the things that, regardless of which DC Public Library you visit, there are some things that are available at most, if not all, of the branches. And again, I keep using the word branches. That's kind of a jargony term, but it's just the other local neighborhood libraries. And all of the neighborhood libraries have software that's called JAWS and Zoom Text. And it's now even being called Fusion. They've just combined them and given it a new name. But within those two software, it allows people who often who are blind or who have low vision, and even sometimes people who may have certain reading disabilities may use it as a way to um, have the text of a computer screen read back to them. And JAWS focuses primarily on that. So it's a tool that can help someone use whatever aspect of a computer anyone would generally use, whether it's email, internet searching, writing documents, just watching YouTube videos. JAWS is a way for people to navigate the computer, and the screen talks back to them through that process. Zoom text is more about enlarging, magnifying what's on a screen, but it also can provide color contrast and other features that can help someone who may have low vision. But it can also be helpful by folks who may have certain reading disabilities. It makes it easier for them to read what's on the screen. Uh, there are other tools that you might find available at some of the libraries. For example, pocket talkers, which are essentially uh, help amplify sound. And people who have hearing aids or just low or who are hard of hearing and may not even use a hearing aid, as well as people who may wear a cochlear implant, helps to amplify the sound. So when a visitor may have difficulty maybe hearing a guest speaker or even just interacting with staff, we can provide the use of a pocket talker while they're visiting the library so that they're able to uh, communicate more, to understand more of what the staff is saying. And it may be a useful tool for them. And not everybody would use something like this, but we have seen on different occasions where some people who may need that support have found that device to be helpful. And I did some just double checking before in preparation for this session, and the Pocket Talkers are available at actually all of the 26 library locations. So, and that's something that people can get access to. Um, there's another device that are at most of the locations, and it's called an Ubi Duo device. And if you look at the right corner of my screen, you'll see two hands typing, and one has like a screen. The other side also has the same type of screen, but you can't see that really very well. But basically, what Ubi Duo devices do is that it helps someone who maybe is unable to talk, or they may be deaf, they may have just different reasons why they are unable to communicate verbally. And it's a way for people to type and communicate with each other. And so it's just like a two-way screen, and the person can communicate using those Ubi Duo devices. And um, last I've checked, all but two of our locations have these devices. And I know we probably were getting those two replaced that don't have them. Another tool that is really low tech but very important for people who have low vision are large print keyboards, and that's something that helps to just make the text of a keyboard much uh, just clearer, bigger, and easier to use. And it doesn't hurt also that a number of our staff, in general, our staff, I think, really try to do a great job in supporting people regardless of their needs. But we also have had staff that have been taking a lot of training that we've been offering, and getting more skills around providing better services for people with disabilities, and understanding that there's no one size fits all for anybody. So blindness and low vision is a spectrum. Different kinds of disabilities can also be on a spectrum as well. So that's something that I'm happy to say in the time that I've been here, I've seen more training, more awareness. And I think a lot of that is maybe just reflecting how in society we're talking more about disability. There's less, I think, stigma around having disabilities. That doesn't mean it's disappeared, and it certainly doesn't mean there's not more work to do. But I do see that we are working more as a system to make our services more equitable and accessible for anyone, regardless of their abilities. So if you come to where I'm located, which is the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial Library, there's some specific things that we have in our department. And I just want to point out that when you come to visit us, you can get access to Braille books for children as well as for adults. We have traditional print books, DVDs and CDs, but books on CDs, but our collection focuses on disability culture and history. And you can get a romance novel, you can get a children's story, you can get a guidebook on employment related to disability, but we're really trying to grow this collection. And I will say that after the pandemic and the Martin Luther King Jr. Library had been renovated and we returned, that was one of the key things that we're focusing on, is making sure that we had a collection that was bringing more awareness around the disability community. And so I'm glad to say that that collection is growing, and I hope it continues to just evolve and reflect more of the needs and interests of folks in the community. And we provide Braille printing for people who may have documents that need to be printed in Braille. We often are partnering with nonprofit organizations, even certain government agencies, as well as just the general public that might come in and have documents that they need to share, but they need it to be in Braille. So we do provide some level of Braille printing here. And then we have what's called assistive technology. And that's basically equipment, some of which I've already been talking with you about, that helps make using different tools easier. And so one of the things that I mentioned already was the JAWS and Zoom text software, and we have those here. We also have the Ubi Duos, which I mentioned, and on the screen is another picture, kind of closer picture of what a Ubi Duo device looks like. But we have a number of devices that are called CCTVs. That's one in the far right corner that magnifies. You just put a paper document right under the screen, and there's a camera that then displays on a screen in front of you. And the text can be magnified, the color contrast can be changed. So some people may need to see things with text black on white, whereas others might do better with white on black or yellow on black, yellow on blue. So this type of device, the CCTV, is something that a lot of people use. And luckily, the technology has improved so that a number of these will read the text back out loud to people as well. There is one other device that's in the upper right corner. You see the gentleman holding the small child on his lap, and that's a OCR scanner. And basically what that's doing is it's very similar to the CCTV, but it's reading it, and it's reading the text. It takes a picture of it and then reads the text out loud to the person. And the nice thing about that particular one, and we have it here at the MLK Library, is that it is much more portable than that one on the bottom right corner. You can't carry around that one on the bottom right corner, but that device that's where the gentleman is using, it is lighter. It's like carrying kind of like a small boom box, and that's still not super light. But it is much more accessible than the older style of the CCTV. I'm going to keep moving. The other thing that we are really focused on is supporting people who want to learn skills around making, so we provide skills with computer technology. We offer classes on how to use that JAWS screen reading software, or how to make your iPhone or your Android phone more accessible There are a lot of features on modern smartphones that can help someone who maybe has low vision or has a need for support. It can make their device easier to use. And so we have classes that we offer to support people with that. We offer Braille classes, and the Braille classes are attended by people who are blind or have low vision, but we also have a number of people who do not have any vision challenges, and they attend the class. The class is open to anyone and for all ages. And another class that we've been offering for quite some time and is extremely popular. We have the American Sign Language classes, and we offer them online. And there is a library location at Francis Gregory Neighborhood Library that's offering it in person. Today we had one of our American Sign Language classes, and we had 84 people online learning sign language. And it is probably one of our most popular classes that we've offered. And it's something where you don't have to have any skill or background, and you can learn how to communicate and connect with folks who are deaf or who use ASL. And that's something that we offer on a regular basis, and we welcome people to come and attend. So then the next service that the Center for Accessibility is responsible for, and before I do that, before I talk about this program, I want to also mention that if at any point someone comes to the DC Public Library or wants to attend a program or an event, and they're saying that they need what's called a reasonable accommodation, they need support with perhaps they need an American Sign Language interpreter, they need the handouts for that class or discussion to be magnified, or they're needing to be seated closer to the speaker so that they can better understand the speaker. That's something that our department helps facilitate. So if at any point yourself or someone you know is needing additional support to make that, to enjoy a program or service, they can contact our department, or they can talk with their neighborhood library, and then the staff from that library will contact us to let us know that, hey, we need to have an interpreter for our upcoming discussion with the author coming up next month. Can you get us an interpreter? And that's what we can help do. And we try our best to support those requests as soon as possible. Sometimes it can take about 2 weeks to get an interpreter, but for certain requests, some things we're able to get a very quick turnaround. So our department supports getting those type of accommodations made. And then we also have helped staff with maybe sometimes figuring out ways that they can create accommodations themselves or that can support a patron. So even though we work in this area here in the MLK building, we really do try to provide support to other staff as best we can. But we are responsible for helping make sure that any reasonable accommodations that someone needs are met. So the other program that I want to share is called Library by Mail. And essentially what we're doing is sending people books and DVDs through the U.S. Postal Service. And this program is available for any DC resident who is unable to physically come into a library location. And that could be because of a short-term or long-term disability or underlying health issue. And we send materials in the mail to people, and we mail them in a vinyl zipper pouch, kind of like a oversized banker's bag. I'm not sure if with my me showing my slides, if you're going to be able to see me holding the bag, but I'll show it later.
We see you, Ms.
See it?
Deborah. You're the
Okay.
active speaker.
All right. So this vinyl type of zipper pouch we send to people, and we fill it up. Usually it can hold about 5 books or so, depending on the size of the books, but we send those books through the U.S. mail. the postage is paid for. Your tax dollars have already taken care of that. So you don't have to pay anything. And once you are finished with those books, you put them back in that zipper pouch, and the mail carrier brings it back to us. So it's just a reciprocal process that's available to anyone who, again, it could be a short-term or long-term health or disability issue. And the next program that is very similar, but we do it in partnership with a much larger organization called the Library of Congress. And it's the National Library Service Program. And we specifically have called our location the DC Talking Book and Braille Program. And basically, the Library of Congress partners with local libraries throughout the country. It could be a state library, it could be an academic library, or a public library. So for the district, it's only us. DC Public Library is the only partner with the National Library Service. And what this service provides is access to audiobooks and Braille, books and magazines, as well as music instruction and musical scores. So anyone who's a musician and wants a musical score but wants it in Braille, they can get free access to this material. The equipment comes to you. We help send the equipment. I'm holding a digital player right now, and this digital player looks very similar to a old school cassette player, but what's different is that all of the buttons talk. And so you can listen to a variety of books that come on a digital cartridge. Pause it for a second. A digital cartridge that comes in the mail. And this cartridge is basically a USB drive that is, but it's encased and it's very easy to hold. You don't need a lot of dexterity to hold this. And the cartridge would go in this player, and then you can listen to multiple books.
This cartridge contains several books. It was
That's
So
pretty cool.
I won't go through all of that, but all of these buttons, we have many people who have no vision, as well as people who might have low vision that use this device. But the program is not only for people who have vision challenges. It's also for people who physically are unable to hold a book. People who may have reading disabilities, for example, like dyslexia. This program is available for anyone who has what's called a print disability, whether it's physically unable to. It's either you're unable to either see, read, or hold a printed book. So this program is available to anyone who lives in the United States. So even if you have a cousin in Texas, you can tell them about this program, and they can get connected with their library for the blind and print disabled in their state. And most states have more than one location. It's just DC just has one. And the service is free, and you get access to this service wherever you live in the country, as I was saying. And in addition to using this type of digital player, you can also use an app on your smartphone or tablet. So if you don't want to, carry this around, you can use the app if you are comfortable with using a smartphone or tablet. And they're working, the Library of Congress is also working on ways to have devices that are much more flexible, and they're going to be making it smaller and lighter. They keep evolving. I unfortunately have an older model here, but they have one that's lighter already, but they're going to be working on other ways to have devices that will connect with other tools that are just lighter to use. And this is a service that we've been providing for as long as we've been open as a department. And it is something that we hope that even if it's not relevant for you, that you share with other people, because that's often how people find out about the program. And one last little piece that if you do come to visit us here at the Martin Luther King Jr. Library is a tool called Good Maps. And it's an app that I'm not going to pull it up on my phone because that's not really going to give a great example of me showing you this way. But basically, Good Maps is a way to navigate a physical building. It'll tell you like step-by-step turns and help you navigate. So from the front door, if you wanted to get to the third floor bathroom at the MLK Library, you're able to do that with Good Maps. And it gives turn by turn directions. So if you're going the wrong direction, it'll tell you to move back to another direction. Your phone will even vibrate and help you get back on the right path. It can translate in multiple languages. Um, our library was the first building in DC to provide access to Good Maps. It is a international program, but for DC, our library system was the first to have use of Good Maps. And now there are more buildings that are using that. But some people are using this to navigate public transportation in parts of Europe and other parts of the country. But it's often used a lot for buildings, so that you're able to just navigate a space more independently. And even though it is, I think initially it's primarily promoted for people that are blind or have low vision, a variety of people can make use of a tool like this. So if you ever come and visit, we'd be happy to show you how to use Good Maps and just experience navigating our building. I've said a lot, and I'm going to pause now for any questions that you might have. But even if you come up with a question later on, you can take note of my email address or my phone number at 202-727-2142. We answer the phone here in our department as much as possible. And if we're not able to answer the phone, we return calls. So even if later on you think of a question, please let us know. Um, and I'd be happy to try to answer any questions you have, as well as maybe connecting you with other services that you might need around access for either yourself or loved ones and friends. So I'm going to just take my slideshow down.
Oh, you can keep it
It
in
up?
case folks take
Keep it up?
screenshots and if you
Okay,
need a slide back. So
sure,
thank
sure.
you so much, Deborah, for your wonderful presentation. It was very engaging to look at. And I put the Bard app in the chat, the link to it for the Apple link. And then to sign up for the NLS through DC Public Library, I found the website through DC Public Library to fill out those Google forms. So that's
Yes,
also in the chat as well. If you know someone yourself or someone else that you think would be interested, please have them go check out the site in the chat.
yes. Thank you for doing that.
Oh, thank you. I wasn't aware. So, and I was aware of the voiceover classes or the various classes at DC Public Library. Amazing, and it's free. There's other things like the Canva ones. They look amazing. We've made Canvas here too. The
Yeah,
the type in, the keyboard, just computer basics or Excel. Really take
yes.
advantage of your local library, y'all.
Yes. And I do want to say we are in the same space as the department, the adult learning department that offers those Canva classes and
Mhm.
those Excel classes. So we have met people who needed to get magnification for the class or other type of support. So we as a department, we've been working together to refer people to classes. And the adult learning department is definitely a place, whether you are a beginner, newbie, or wanting more advanced skills. They're right next to us, so we are often meeting their students, and they're
Mhm.
meeting people that attend our classes too.
Oh, amazing. Jordan has done such a good job of going over the DCPL app. He just went over yesterday again. And I love seeing that research and learn and seeing all the events that are going on at different libraries and all those classes and just what's available. So thank you again for coming. Any questions for Deborah today. You can raise your hand in Zoom if you have any questions or comments. Uh,
Alex, I have a
any
question.
Okay. Thank you, Yvonne.
Yes, Deborah, I often get books from the Shepherd Park branch, and when I'm unable to go to the library, uh, could I request that the book be sent by the mail that you described? Um, because they're very good about getting the book from other branches.
Mm-hmm.
And if they could mail it to me, that would be great. They built an apartment building right next door to the library there on Georgia Avenue, and parking is usually not accessible. It's very difficult to park. And then additionally, I have trouble with my walking. And so is that a service when I request a book? Could I ask that it be I get that little pouch that you mentioned and have the book mailed to me, and then I would mail it back in that pouch.
Yes, it sounds like we if it sounds like that the library by mail program could be very useful for you, and you can apply for that program. I'll make sure I put the
I put the link in the chat for
okay
the
for
library
library
by
by
mail
mail.
for the
Great,
DC Library's website.
great.
Okay, so
So
I have to apply in advance before making that request. Is that what we're saying?
yes, you would need to be registered with the library by mail program. Now, it doesn't mean that let's say for example you were able to one day you were visiting that library and you saw something you could apply right away at a location. It's just that we have to go through a registration process and then mail materials from the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial Library.
Oh,
So if you wanted an application, you can either use the electronic application and self do what's called self-certification, where you are asserting that you are eligible for the program, and you can send it back to us electronically, or if you want us to mail you a paper copy, we can do that. But once we get you registered with the program, then we can send books to you, and you can either do what's called self-selection, basically, where you are picking your own books and you tell us exactly what you want, or you can let the staff select for you based on the genres or the topics that you like. So if you have a favorite author, or you really like mysteries and you also want some books on American history, you can let us know and we'll select those for you. And then we would mail them to you. And we would always just be mailing them to your house. So once you sign up for the program, then the materials that you get would be through our department.
yes. I usually provide a title of a book that I'm looking
Okay.
for.
Not a problem. Yeah. No, so, and you can all once you're registered, you can either call us or email us what you want. And also, if you put something on hold, we will be notified, because once you sign up, we are connecting to your account,
Mhm.
and we would be notified that you have a hold, and uh, that it's ready to be picked up. And we would need to have it sent to the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial Library. That's what we would be doing so that we can mail it to you from here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter which library you're at right now. It's just once you register, all those materials kind of get processed through us.
I see.
But once you're registered, you can start getting books.
Now,
And
can
that
I make
usually
that
takes a week.
registration by
You
calling
you
the
see the
library?
library by mail program link in the chat, Yvonne?
Yeah,
The
but if
most
I want to
recent.
call, I don't want to do the link. If I want to call
You
and
you
ask for that application, would they provide me the application?
we can do the application with you over the phone as well.
All righty. Thank you. Thank you,
You're
Alex.
welcome.
I see the link in the chat.
Yes, but just checking out the form. That's really easy to fill out. So Make sure everyone checks out the link. And thank you for your question, Yvonne. I hope everything works out.
Thank you. Thank you, Deborah. A
Thank
great
you, Miss
presentation.
Yvonne.
I learned so much. I had no idea. All of these services are offered by the library,
Oh,
even
great.
sign language classes. You said on a regular basis. And how
Yes,
would I translate regular? What does that mean? Regular
great.
basis.
Yes, ma'am. So on Thursdays we started May 7th, which was last week, to July 9th from 12 to 1. We have a
Oh,
beginner American Sign Language class. And you can contact us to let us know if you want to get the link for that online class. And then on Mondays, the intermediate level class is going to start in July 6th, and that will run July 6th to August 24th. So
mhm.
whenever you have a class that you're interested in, just call us so that we can help register you and provide you with the link for that class.
They can use the DCPL app too to register for the event, correct? I thought I saw a few ASL classes on the
I
app.
think they do allow you to register through the website. We just typically are getting people calling us or emailing us.
Right. I no, I understand. It's just, we're
Mhm.
so tech savvy. So literally
Yeah,
Jordan just
yeah,
talked about the DCPL app. So if you use it regularly and check out
yep,
the events, I'm sure you can find that the ASL class and the other ones that they offer on the
sure,
app. So just
sure.
different avenues. Call the app. I
Hmm.
love it. And so
Absolutely, absolutely.
any
Thank
other
you.
questions? Oh, thank you, Yvonne, for asking. We appreciate you. Any other questions for Deborah? Center for Accessibility. Hope you screenshotted this info. If you have any questions, think about any other questions. Right. Again, any other questions? We hope you had a fun time, Ms. Deborah, and for joining us, and thank you for sharing the
Thank you for
information.
joining, Deborah.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. And please contact me later if you do think of a question. So look forward to hearing from anybody who calls. So thank
Deborah,
you,
are you,
or emails or contacts us, however you get in touch with us. Looking forward to hearing from you.
I was going to ask if you know Diana Vega
I know her. Yes, I know her. We don't work in the same department, but we're in the same building.
in the same building. I
Mm-hmm.
see. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
know she works there. She's a good friend and one of my fellow church members.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh,
Yes.
I have a question for you. I always ask Jordan this question, but I still ain't got it done yet, Jordan. I had two little cassettes. It's for my family reunion a couple years ago, and one is for my grandson's first birthday. And my dad took the video, but it came in little cassettes. And I want to turn it into DVD or, well, I don't know if VHS, because I still had the machines. But how much does it cost to get that done? Reimbursed over to the CD or
So I'm not sure
and can I
there
still
is a
only do it at the big library or do any of the branches do it too now?
I Jordan, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I think just the labs here at the MLK
yeah.
library have tools that can help you turn something like a cassette into something that you could save.
Yeah.
Um, and I can get you their phone number
Okay.
or their email address.
Okay.
If you give me one moment, I can get that.
Because I was
I actually
wondering.
have it.
Uh-huh.
Sure,
Go ahead,
please put it in the
Jordan.
chat once you find it.
Go ahead, Jordan.
Oh no, I said I just had that information pulled out. So I'm about to
I
put it.
wonder how much does it cost too, because I'm wondering.
Free. If it's at the library, it's free.
Oh, it is? Oh, okay,
Yeah.
great.
So the
If we're
services, you might have to provide your own like DVDs or something like that, but the
Yes,
actual equipment itself is free. I can share my screen because I was going to pull it up at the end.
thank
Oh,
you.
you have it. I was going to do the digital preservation memory lab.
Okay, Memory Lab.
It's it's up
I would
there.
just go under
You passed
lab.
it.
Makerspace, with the Makerspace Fab Lab would have that, or what is there? I didn't see a specific one.
It's around D, so it's all alphabetical. So it's up digital
Digital
preservation. Yeah.
preservation. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna snap it. Let me take a screenshot.
Could you put the link in the chat for us, Deborah?
Yes, I
Yes,
can do
thank
that.
you.
Mhm.
Yeah, because I really want to get it done. I want to look at it.
But you got to make sure you take a look at the link.
And Deborah, since you have this up on the screen, if you scroll down, it'll show you like the formats that are accepted. So what you can convert. And most of it's going to be turning it into a digital file. But if you do have your own like DVDs or stuff like that, you will be able to also transfer it to that. But mostly it's turning it into a digital file.
So that way you could
Can
view it
you
on your
see?
iPad, Denise.
Oh
So that way you
yeah.
could view it on your iPad.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So I've opened
Oh,
up the formats accepted.
I would love to do that. So I have to take them down there to them, and then
Well,
they help me, or I do it myself?
So it is self-guided. That's another thing you will
Oh,
see here, that they do have training sessions and they do have little tutorials, um, like guides, and they will assist you in it, but they won't be the ones to actually do it for you. The expectation is you
okay.
will be able to do it on your own.
Oh, okay, okay.
But again, there is someone, if you have questions or
Mm-hmm.
like someone will be there to help you.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, thank you. I'm gonna take a stroll down there this time.
well, Miss
You should
Denise, do
have
you see the
plans
link? Do you
for
see the link
it.
in the chat?
Well, I snapped it.
Yes, but make sure you tap
Okay.
the link in the chat so that way you could view
Okay.
all the information, okay? Because you just don't
Okay.
want to go down there and
Yeah.
not, you want to make sure that when you're there, you get the most out of the time. So make sure you tap the link, okay?
Okay. I just did. Okay, got it.
And I'll also add the link so that you can get that I think they want you to do like an orientation session so
Mhm.
that you can be comfortable with using the tools. So I've
Oh,
added that
cool.
link too.
Oh, okay. So this all will take place in one day, or this a process?
That's up to you.
Oh,
I mean, it can be
okay.
done in one day. Like, so again, depending on how big or small the file is, will take how long it is to download and convert. But everything can be done in literally one sitting.
Oh,
So if
okay.
you had like a DVD or a CD or something like that, and it might have to
Okay.
process through. So it might take 3 hours for it to process through, but it can be done.
Oh, okay. So I think I'll take some lunch and dinner. Oh,
I was checking because at one point I think either Northeast Library or Northwest One
I think
also
you're
had access
right.
to the memory lab, or
Mhm.
I think it was a Dream Lab. I think originally, but I think they might have moved it all to Martin Luther
oh,
King. Yeah, I believe so. I think it's all the
I
labs
think
are
so.
together now. Yeah, so
okay.
you'd have to come down and visit us.
Yeah,
No
I
reason to come and
will.
see us.
Yes, I took us. I done downloaded. Okay. Thank you so much. I'm gonna work on it
Thank
this
you,
time, Jordan.
Denise. We
Okay.
appreciate you asking.
Yeah, that is a big one. I mean, some other people might need to do this also
Hmm.
if they have
Sure.
any.
Well, if you go and do it, let us know. One of the things I wanted to do with you guys at some point was try to find some local branches that were, I guess, close enough to a group of people or enough of you so that we can actually maybe meet up at a branch and have these type of programs in person.
Yeah.
But trying to find, I guess, a good local spot might be a little more difficult.
Mm-hmm.
We'll
Yeah.
chat, Jordan. But thank you so much for your time,
Thank y'all so much.
Deborah. Thank you for your time. And again, this session's recorded, so you can,
Thank
you can review it and share with others too. But everyone on the call, this is just part one, but let's all say thank you to Deborah for an amazing job today.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Deborah.
Thank you,
Thank
Deborah.
you,
Thank you, Deborah.
Jordan. Thank you,
Welcome.
Deborah.
Thank you,
Jordan.
Jordan.
Deborah.
Thank you,
George.
Deborah.
Alex.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Y'all are welcome.
Appreciate you, Ms. Deborah.
Thank
Have a
you,
good
guys.
Thank
day.
you,
Thank
Deborah.
Take
You.
care. Bye-bye.
Good day. Have a
Have a
nice
nice
day, Deborah. Thank you.
All right.
All
Well, I know that we're
right.
coming.
One second. All right, Jordan, it's your turn.
I know we don't have that much, so I
It's
guess I
a,
can quickly go through the PowerPoint, or I can save it for next time if you guys wanted to share what you guys brought.
uh,
Um,
I think the PowerPoint's okay.
mhm.
We could go until like 250.
Okay.
So there, it's okay. That was so important, and again, it's going to be on our channel, so everyone can review and rewind and share.
Okay, awesome.
Yes.
Okay.
You can hit hide at the bottom in the middle.
Nope.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. So I'll go through it fairly quickly so we can get to sharing. So many memoirs and memory kits. Okay. Why do they matter? They help seniors share their life stories. They connect family across generations. They support people with memory loss and give everyone a sense of purpose. Everyone has a story worth saving. Okay. So a mini memoir. A mini memoir is a short life story, not a whole book. It's again it's just some again the most important parts. Why many? It's less overwhelming and it's quicker to finish. You could do it in a couple days or weeks. What do you focus on most? Length. It's about 10 to 15 pages or a simple slideshow. Example, instead of writing a book about your whole childhood, you can write about a special summer or your favorite teacher. The different types of mini memoirs. You can have a 6 word, tell your whole life in just 6 words. Example, farmer's daughter became city teacher. You could have a micro memoir, which you write between 100 and to 200 words about a meaningful moment, like the day you met your spouse or the first day at your job. You could do a listograph, which creates memory lists, like every car you ever owned or every job you ever had. You could do a short essay where you write 1 to 2 pages about one specific memory. And also the 5 photo rule, which you pick 5 meaning photos and write a short story for each one. Okay. How can you write a little mini memoir? One, some simple tips. Start in the middle. Don't worry about the beginning or the end. You can start in the middle, and then that can help you guide yourself. Use your senses. Describe what you saw, heard, smelled, tasted, felt. Also, keep it short. Focus on the memory, one memory at a time. Quality matters over quantity. So, again, that one memory and as detailed as possible is better than 10 vague memories. Okay. What is a memory kit? A memory kit is a box or bag filled with items that help people remember and to feel calm. Also called a Renaissance kit, um, sensory kit, or activity kit. Who uses them? People with dementia, Alzheimer's, seniors in care homes, and anyone who enjoys reminiscing. Many libraries sometimes lend them for free. Okay. What's inside a memory kit? Things you can touch. Examples would puzzle cubes, soft fabrics, smooth stones, texture balls that engage the senses and spark memories. Things you can see or also hear. Music players with songs from the area or time that you like to remember, old photos, and things that you can possibly do together. Again, conversation cards, memory games, and old maps. Why memory kits works. For the brain, music and touch waking up memories and keeping the mind active and engaged. For the heart, it reduces loneliness and creates bonding time with caregivers. And for identity, celebrates your life and story, and you can treat them with more dignity. Okay, how to get started. If you want to create your own mini memoir, 1, pick a theme. 2, again, gather photos. 3, ask simple questions. 4, write or record the answers. And 5, make a simple booklet or slideshow with that information. For a memory kit, again, same thing. Choose a theme, collect items, add music from that era, include conversation prompts, and then spend time using it with others. Okay, take action today. So I know I kind of went through that fairly quickly, but did anyone bring any photos or images or items that they would like to share that brings back memories of a time or a person or a period in their lives?
Or do y'all have any photos that, when you take a look at them, make you think of memories or anything has, happened?
Or if you were
Any
to create a
thoughts?
theme for your memory box or your mini memoir, what theme would that be, or what period or event would you want to focus on?
Any thoughts? Maybe asking one more time, Jordan, and then maybe putting up that slide with all the different styles. And maybe that would help. I know this is kind of an open discussion.
Let's go back.
So
This one
even
right here.
even even here, that works. Just whatever you think would, help out with what you're asking.
Okay. So again, if you were going to write your mini memoir or create a memory kit, what theme would you do it on, or what event? Um, if there's any photos or items that you have or that you would like to share, please do that. And yeah, those are the two. If you had a theme, what would it be, or an event? And if you have anything to share and why you decided to share that.
So are you more interested in a mini memoir or a memory kit? What do you think would be more suitable for you?
Well, I can start while you guys think that over. For me, I would probably do a mini memoir. Um, and I would probably focus on the theme of academics. When I went to school in undergrad, I had a lot of fun and a lot of great memories, and I'm currently in school for my master's. So there's something there I would like to compare the two different experiences, but still be able to remember them as two separate entities versus just my college experience.
Hmm.
Anyone?
I have a lot of photos that, with family and so forth that I don't want to get rid of them. And sometimes I think I overdo it because I have like letters, what you say, birthday card, Christmas
Mhm.
card, Mother's Day cards, and I tend to stock them up too much. My sons want me to throw them out, but they are memories for me, you know, and I
Mhm.
just don't want to get rid of them. Every time I decrease by, say, this one can go, it's a little old, but then I add new ones back to the pile.
I do the same thing.
And so I'm having issues right now because they want me to not be stocking up their old stuff because sometimes you don't have the chance, you're not strong enough to put them where you want. You can climb up here or there.
Yes.
And so I have to look at that. I know they don't understand. I think my two sons, they don't understand. What the oldest one said, throw them out, trash.
Right, right.
And
That's what they do.
I asked him to take my mail out the box, and he says, throw these out. This is trash. I said, no, it's not. And it was giving a donation to this Smile, the children who have cleft palate. And he was saying, that's not my problem. I said, yes, it's sort of my problem. I said, I want to give a donation to them. They can't even eat. He threw it in the trash. And I had a check on the table, and the check got into his throwaway. And I searched the whole house, and couldn't find it. Then I went into the bag, and there it was.
That was.
And I can't communicate with y'all right now.
Everything they say, throw it out, and you
Yeah.
just want to have some
What you
memories.
doing?
Yeah, yeah.
Miss
Now I
Doris, you
have.
had something to share?
Yes, I want to share.
Jordan, by the way, I can see your Zoom. I think because you're on the browser, but just
Yeah, I was trying to see who
maybe
was talking, so I switched over.
yeah, can you go to the other slide with
Oh,
the two
my
lists?
phone been acting up so much.
It's okay, Miss Doris, we can hear you. You wanted to share a little bit about your memoir?
Yeah, I got my baby boy that's born March 11th. That's my first grandbaby.
Wow.
And I'm gonna make him chubby because he getting so fat.
Okay, so is that a memoir or the memory kit? Jordan, can you go to that slide with the two options, please?
Is it
I,
not coming up
Yeah.
at the bottom?
I want to take his dad's picture that my son sent to me.
Yeah, so this slide right here, yes. So that way you can, just think about if you were to make a mini memoir and memory kit,
Well,
which
I was just
one?
going to update the question. That's why I moved it to the mini memoir. So we're going to start there. And so I looked at the head at the top, 6-word memoir. Tell your whole life in just 6 words. If you could sum up your life in 6 words,
Wow.
what would they be?
My first grandbaby.
That's your whole life.
And die. Boom. There we go. My first grandbaby and die. There we go.
Anyone else? What's your 6-word memoir? Tell your whole life in 6 words.
In 6 words.
Just 6 words.
Just 6 words.
I found a picture of my mother and father. All 8 children were on there with them.
Yeah, I got my grandbaby on the picture on my phone.
Anyone else? Your 6-word memoir. If you could say your life in 6 words, what would it be?
South Carolina to Washington, D.C., life history.
That's a lot of words.
What's that, 6?
No, it's more.
That was great, Miss Hill. Thank you so much for sharing.
God woke me up today. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you for sharing.
I'm gonna spoil that baby so much.
Anyone else? What is your 6-word memoir?
4 children, 27 grand, 18 great grand.
Wonderful. Thank you for sharing, Miss Sandra.
So I have mine. Mine will be son, brother, and son, brother, friend, and a mystery.
Okay. I can see that, Jordan. Each one's so unique and different. I love it.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
I'm gonna spoil that baby.
That was a good question, Jordan. 6-word memoir. Learned a lot, lived a lot.
Yes.
6 words. 6 words is a small number for a lifetime.
Yes.
But each
a
word is
list
so important, though, right?
Do you know how exciting it is to have your first grandbaby? And I'm 75 years old.
I know that's right, Ms. Doris.
Yes.
And he's a plump
one and only.
Plump is all he could be. He growing real good. I'm gonna spoil him. I can't wait to spoil him.
I don't blame.
Yeah.
Mine would be my birth and very early years.
Say that again, Yvonne.
That my birth and very early years.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you for sharing.
And I'll talk about growing up in a family of 7. I was the middle child, and I'd go on from there.
That's such a great great start already.
I'm gonna keep on talking about my grandbaby. That's my first grandbaby. And I want to spoil him so much. I'm gonna call him Chubby because he gained so much weight. And look at cute.
I know that's right.
It made me real happy.
Yeah.
I'm alive and I see my first grandbaby.
Yeah. You sound happy. Yes.
Thank God for life.
What you got, Miss Bridget? I see you in the cut.
I say it in 7 words.
Well, you be looking at everything.
Anyone else would like to share their 6-word memoir?
Thank God for the gift of life.
Uh-huh.
And this other thing I forgot
Thank
that I
you.
got boy twins. I got boy twins. One of them don't want no children, but this is baby. This the oldest boy that brought that baby in my life today.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, he brought that baby twin.
Wow.
It's just 2 of them.
Oh, that's Ronald. What's up, Ronald?
She was so
Ronald, what
big.
is your 6-word memoir, Ronald? What is your 6-word memoir? If you could describe your life in 6 words, what would they be?
They said I couldn't, but I did.
Yes. Yes.
I like that one.
Yeah,
I like that too, Ronald.
that's a good one.
Oh, I like that, Ronald.
Okay, Bridget, waiting.
Well, wait. I don't have nothing.
Yes,
Well,
yes, you do. You're so creative. If you could describe your life in 6 words, what would it be?
I would say creative, demonstrative, and vocal, I guess. I don't know.
Well, you did know. You just said it.
You
So
just said
believe in
it.
yourself. Amazing. Thank you for sharing.
And that's you,
And
Clay.
I've been so happy that I had I'm 75 years old, and I just get my first grandbaby.
Oh.
I know that's right, Miss Doris.
Yeah, I got 7 Miss Doris, and that is a lot.
What do you think of all them the very short memoirs, Jordan? I think they're amazing.
Thank you, Jordan.
Doris, you can have some
Oh, I think he
I'm a
stepped out
spoil
for a
that bad.
second.
I'm a spoiling real bad.
But are y'all inspired to make your own memoirs, but also maybe make your own memory kits?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
When I think of memory kits, I think of time capsules. Just get a few very valuable things that you enjoy or like, and then maybe write a few pages on it and maybe put it in the ground or just keep it safe and just know that you always have your memories.
So he's gonna be christened on the 24th.
Oh. Wow.
So I hope you all enjoy it. I'm not sure if Jordan is coming back on. He may be having some internet challenges, but if he comes on, we'll say thank you. But if he doesn't, let's all say thank you to Jordan and Ms. Deborah for an amazing
Thank
session.
you, Jordan.
Thank you, Jordan.
Thank you so much that I'm proud of my grandbaby.
Uh-oh.
I know you are.
Jordan.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
could
goodness.
tell.